All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a concept that powers pretty much everything cool in tech, from your favorite video games all the way to the most advanced AI. It might sound super complicated, but it all boils down to one really simple idea. Let's dive in.
So just think about any video game you've ever played. You hit a button and your character moves. But how? How does the game know exactly how to calculate that perfect diagonal jump or that super fast dash across the screen? It really does feel like magic, doesn't it? Well, it's not.
Believe it or not, the secret behind all of that amazing on-screen action isn't some crazy, complex formula. Nope. Every single move, every direction, every little bit of distance, it's all defined by nothing more than a simple, organized list of numbers. And that little list, well, it has a very special name.
It's called a vector. Now, don't let the mathy name scare you. A vector is just our main tool here. It's an ordered list of numbers. And that word ordered is super important. For a simple 2D game, a vector might just have two numbers. The first one tells you how far to go right or left, and the second one tells you how far to go up or down. That's it. Simple, elegant, and you're about to see just how powerful it is.
Okay, so we've got this thing called a vector. What can we actually do with it? Well, let's start with the most basic thing you'd want to do. Combine two different moves into one single action. And for that, we have vector addition.
Vector addition is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Imagine your character takes a step to the right, and then you tell them to take another step to the right. You'd expect them to be two steps to the right, right? Addition is just the math that lets us figure out that final spot by mashing the two instructions together.
And the best part? The process is super easy. The only real rule is that the two vectors you're using have to be the same size. Then you just match them up, you add the horizontal parts together, and you add the vertical parts together. Let's put some real numbers to this to see how it works. Okay, check this out. Vector A is our first move. We go 2 units to the right and 3 units up. Then vector B is our second move, just a little scoot, 1 unit to the right and 0 units up or down. We just add them up. 2 plus 1 is 3 for the right/left part, and 3 plus 0 is 3 for the up-down part. Bam! Our new vector tells us exactly where the character ends up after both moves, 3 units right and 3 units up from the starting point.
All right, so combining moves is cool and all, but what about a different kind of problem, one that comes up all the time? What if we know where our character is, and we know where, say, a treasure chest is? How do we figure out the exact path to get from our character to the treasure?
Well, the answer is pretty elegant. We just do the opposite of what we did before. If addition is for combining moves, we need something that finds the difference between two spots. And that, my friends, is vector subtraction. It's our tool for finding that perfect, straight-line path.
Yeah, subtraction is all about finding that missing link, that direct path from here to there. It answers that critical question, what's the exact move I need to make to get from where I am right now to where I want to be?
And this is a really great way to think about the difference between the two. Addition is sequential. It's like, first do this, then do that. But subtraction is directional. It asks, how do I get from here to there in one single straight shot? So one combines journeys, the other calculates the direct route.
Let's put some numbers on it again. So say our treasure is at point A, and we're standing way over at point B. By subtracting B's position from A's position, we get a brand new path vector. And that result, the vector 3, 3, is literally a treasure map. It's the exact instruction the game needs. Move 3 units right and 3 units up to get that treasure. Simple as that.
Okay, so we can add and subtract, we can combine moves, we can find paths. But what if we want to change the size of a move? Make a jump twice as powerful, or maybe hit some mud that cuts our speed in half. For that kind of stuff, we need multiplication.
Now, a quick heads up here, because this is important. When it comes to multiplying vectors, there are actually a few different ways to do it, like the dot product or the cross product. They're super cool and are used for all sorts of other things. But today, we're just going to focus on the most straightforward kind, element-wise multiplication.
And just like with addition and subtraction, the idea here is really simple. We take two vectors and we make a new one by just multiplying the matching parts together. It's perfect for when you want to scale things up or down. Think of one vector as your character's speed, and the other vector as a modifier for different terrain like ice or sand.
And you guessed it, the process follows that exact same pattern we've been using. You take two vectors of the same size, you'll line them up, and you multiply each pair of numbers, the first with the first, the second with the second, to get your new resized vector. So check this out. If vector A is our normal move, Think of vector b as like a superpower up we just picked up. It's going to double our horizontal movement, but make our vertical movement 5 times stronger. And look at the result. It's not just a new spot, it's a completely transformed move, from a standard 3,4 to a massive 6,20.
All right, addition, subtraction, element-wise multiplication. We've gone through the big three, and they all seem pretty simple, right? It's just matching up numbers and doing some basic math. So why is this such a big deal? Why does any of this really matter?
Well, let's just do a quick recap of what these tools give us. Addition lets us stack things together, like adding the force of the wind to your character's jump. Subtraction is clutch for AI, helping an enemy figure out the straightest path to get to you. And multiplication lets us scale things up or down, like boosting your attack power or slowing you down with a poison effect. Each one has a clear, powerful job.
And here's the real kicker. This is the big takeaway. This stuff isn't just for making characters jump around in video games. These 3 simple operations are the absolute foundation, the bedrock for computer graphics, for physics simulations, and yeah, for basically all of modern machine learning. Except in AI, we're not talking about vectors with just 2 numbers. We're talking about vectors with millions of numbers, each one representing a tiny little piece of information.
So I'll leave you with this question. If these super simple rules, add, subtract, multiply, are enough to create the complex, interactive worlds we see in video games, just think for a second. What could those same simple rules do with a vector that has 1 million data points describing our world? That right there is the engine that drives modern AI. And honestly, the potential is just staggering.